The commissioner of baseball is back, baby, with more stadium comments. Not about Oakland. Go listen to yesterday's show if you want an update on what their team president's doing. Cavill, owner, Fisher. We've talked about the Brewer Stadium situation, the Orioles Stadium situation. Guess what? We've got another stadium situation, and we haven't given it enough love, and it's the Kansas City Royals. We've talked about it over time. Their owner is a guy named John Sherman. No relation to Bruce. Sherman has been very open with the fans in Kansas City, and I love Kansas City. Great city, great people. There's great people everywhere if you find them. So when I say I don't like anyone, I want to not retract it, but I meant in the or situation. Although people around me who know me and love me may think that I really don't like anyone, but that's not true. I'm a totally normal, nice guy. Do you believe me? So Sherman would take your temperature, the anti-Chris Farley from Tommy Boy. He wants to stick the thermometer up the bull's ass. Doesn't want to take the butcher's word for it, wants to know what you think, has a couple of sites in mind, and they're going to announce next month where they're going to replace Kauffman Stadium, which site. They are furiously negotiating with both. They're trying to figure it out. It's going to be a huge, huge investment by the owner, but they want public money. Make no mistake. And the way they want public money is that the tax that was levied in order to renovate Kauffman Stadium, which was supposed to sunset, they want to keep that tax going. Just to be very clear, when a tax is used to build a ballpark the way it was in Milwaukee, and then it sunsets, which means the bonds have been paid, or the tax was set for a period of time in order to fund the bonds used to build the stadium, or the public share of the stadium, or the public share and part of the private share. Once that has been taken care of, the tax ends. That's what sunsetting means. So people, when they're paying taxes, aren't paying that. If you decide to reinstate it, start it again, guess what? You are both creating a new tax and raising citizens' taxes. Why do I say creating a new tax? Because a tax that is done is done. Just because it's the same name, the same amount, and for the same thing doesn't mean, hey, no problem, you've done it before, just keep doing it. No, it was done. So at least label it what it is, which is that what Sherman wants to do in Kansas City is levy a new tax and collect it and have that help pay for the $2 billion ballpark. It always pissed me off greatly when people in Florida said that we created a new tax for the public portion of Marlins Park. We did not. We did not raise an existing tax, and we did not create a new tax. We allocated a revenue stream that already existed. That was it. That misunderstanding has been a thorn in my rib cartilage for over a decade. But when you are trying to get the deal done, you bring in the commissioner, of course. Rob had a great statement. This is a tremendous opportunity for this community. Forget the Royals, meaning it's a tremendous opportunity for the whole community. Either of these sites are outstanding sites for a new ballpark. Either present the opportunity for entertainment district development around the ballpark. Hell yeah. The beat goes on. That's what teams are doing. It's hip. And in a world of copycat, I've got to do what you did because you've got more money than I do. And I've got to try to keep up with you, not catch you, but I want to keep the same distance behind you. The Royals do not become a top third payroll team with a new ballpark in a new place with an entertainment district. They just lessen the gap. And that is what the commissioner's goal is. Please understand what he is trying to do prior to the next collective bargaining agreement in 2026. He is trying to keep owners together, not have owner infighting, not have a Steve Cohen and a John Fisher, meaning not have a 360 payroll and a 60 payroll, trying to lessen the gap by increasing revenue sharing and increasing revenue for teams at the bottom in order for them to spend more, to feel as though they're closer to the teams who are spending more and they've got a fighting opportunity or a fighting chance to win. Notwithstanding that this year we're seeing no correlation between winning and payroll. See the first story of today's show. I absolutely understand why the commissioner wants the community to know you don't have to be a Royal fan to want development. Braves fans love going to Braves games, but plenty of people use the development around Truist Park without going to games. Plenty of people use the ballpark village in St. Louis. Plenty of people use Wrigleyville who don't have tickets to the game. It's damn good for your community because you've got a place to go to be entertained, to eat, drink, and be merry. This is the whole thing going on with Jorge Mas and Inter Miami. Lest we forget that all the excitement about Messi and how he can't lose and how Inter Miami is worth so much more, the revenue's great, everything's coming up roses. The new stadium in Melreese in Miami on the golf course, where God knows it won't be done in time for Messi to play there, but that is all done because of the development around that soccer stadium. That's the play that owners are making now. Left, right, and center, they are making real estate plays.